This is your boy D Blackout, and welcome to another edition of Relationship Reality. What we're going to touch on today is the difference between, it's going to be companion versus mate. Now, previously in an episode, I spoke about man versus companion. And I'm going to kind of break it down and lead up to what a mate is. A man is a good provider, and he does what he's supposed to do and holds down the household to make a woman feel secure. But yet, y'all met on a physical basis, and you thought the connection was love, but really it could have been lust. And he provides. That's why a lot of women say, oh, that are well-to-do and have nothing to worry about. They're pretty much like, he does everything. He works a job. He has good credit, whatever your qualifications is for a man. But he doesn't spend time with me. He's with the boys, or this, that, and the third, or he's traveling all the time. But he makes a poor companion. Now, what a companion is a person that occupies space. And you like to look over there, look over here, and you just get used to seeing that person across the table, and you feel comfort there, and you could talk and giggle and laugh, or travel with. That's why sometimes you might see an older person who is like kind of pushing an old person, but it's a young guy or woman, female there that's being a companion to them. Now, a mate, it's a little bit different. A mate is a person that you can't live without. When they're not there, you don't feel complete. It's sort of like having a set of gloves. You have one glove, but you're looking for the other one. You're like, oh my God, because without the perfect set, it's like, oh, what's going on here? People are caught up in the superficiality of some certain relationships, and this is why they do not achieve the level of mate. Not saying that they don't have mate tendencies that can't be cultivated, but you might actually be with your mate, or you might actually let your mate get by you because he didn't or she didn't measure up to your superficialities and what you think a person should be. Some men are with women because of how they look. That's a whole nother different high. Some men get high off the simple fact that, hey, yo, how you doing? Yo, shorty, you got bad. She light skinned, she dark skinned, she's tall. She got a nice rack on her. She got nice legs and thighs on her. And see, when that conversation starts to die down, he loses that attention. So therefore, he starts wandering because he wants to be the man in front of his peers. He's not a companion. He's just being a man, and you're just arm candy to him. Now, as far as a female, some women, they judge a man by what he has, fruits of his labor, because they like the fact that they can pull up in front of the club or go out in a Benz or a BMW opposed to taking a train or public transportation. And when that girl is like, wow, Tanya's really doing it. Like, her man got a Benz, she up in a house, but that's his Benz, that's his house. And like when things go wrong, Tanya goes back to where he found Tanya at. But the person who might be really there for you, who was your mate, you couldn't see past the superficiality for the simple fact that he didn't have this and he didn't have that. But I could have all that and still be an asshole, but the guy who's walking and says hello to you that you don't pay no attention to was the man that's supposed to be with you. A mate will lay on the floor with you if you have nothing to sleep on. A mate will eat the bed. Oh, baby, you don't have a car? No matter, we'll take the train. It's not about the money, and it's not about the company. It's about the vibe and the chemistry and the connection that matters. You need to be with somebody where, let's say for instance, case in point, that if you were, God forbid, in a car accident and you were paralyzed from the waist down and you couldn't wipe your own ass or your own butt, your mate don't care. He or she would do that. They would take care of you. But your companion, I ain't watching that. I ain't wiping that. And the man is like, yo, sure they can't walk no more? I'm good. Like, I ain't signed up for this. But a mate will go with you through thick and thin. And people, I think that a lot of us have found love but couldn't see it. And what I mean by that is that we're so caught up in the superficiality of what television says we should have, or the Jay-Z's and the Beyoncé's and the Lil Wayne's and the Rihanna's, that the guy that you supposed to be with is right in front of you. You know, a lot of people don't understand that there's so many strong women out there that have been misled, and so many shallow men out there that can't see when, one, a good woman is there for you, and she's really there for. I've made that mistake before. I've made it more than one time. And the reason why I make these blogs so that you men don't continue to make those mistakes. And ladies, don't judge a man by what he has. Because I know so many women that are out there that have this, that, and the third, but they're miserable as hell. And even the people around, they're so miserable that their own girlfriends don't even want to be around them. And that's sad. But most of us, and I wrote a couple of things down. People are looking past the trueness of a person and settling for a companion because of what a person can provide. They're looking past the true person they should really be with and settling down with a person because of awful way he can provide. And that's not your mate. That's why a lot of relationships and marriages don't even last as long as they should have. Because they're living on false values. You know, like somebody said to me, you know, you should be with a man that can do more than your father. But what if the man that can do more than your father is not your mate? He's just a provider. That don't make him a good man because he can provide. And he'll still go out there and cheat on you and mess around on you. That don't mean that he'll be abusive or disrespectful because he can provide. Get out of here with that. Or women, you know, because a man got a Bentley doesn't mean nothing. That means nothing at all also. You know, or men, because a woman has green eyes and light skin, that don't mean nothing. Or she's tall and dark, that doesn't mean nothing. It's the mentality of stable and her also knowing who she is as a person. People are in relationships for the wrong reasons because of person, of how she looks, or what he can provide also. But hear this one. People are looking for a quick fix rather than to fix what they already have. Now, the reason why I'm covering this, because the body craves a mate. Plain and simple. It might be suppressed with companionship, but are we letting our mates get by us through the superficialities and false realities that we have and expectations we have on people? Because what if a man might not have nothing today, meaning that he won't have nothing tomorrow? And those that have had something today could lose it all tomorrow. But see, when a person gets married, you're just only you're just doing it in the eyes of the Lord, saying this is official, and this is my mate to death do us part. Notice I said death do us part, not death do us broke. People, if you're looking for a mate, know what to look for. Let's shed the skin of what we expect people to have. Because even if I drive a Bentley, I could still be an asshole. But how are you judging? A lot of us are searching for things, but we're searching in the wrong section. Most of us are vegetarians, but we're at a butcher shop. I was thinking to myself of how many good people I know I let get by me, personally, for the simple fact that I was looking at the wrong thing. A mate is somebody you can't live without. They're the blood in your veins, the air that you breathe, they're the sun in the sky. When you look at a person, they give you goosebumps. You know, when you're away from them, it's like the saddest day of your life. Their life is so good that you honestly don't want to wake up because you think that you're living a dream. This is D Blackout. Remember, love is blind. Make sure that you're able to see your partner with your eyes closed. Till next time.